Okay, guys. So this is a recording for the book on Scribd 1 Plus. Please go to page 50, section 1. Page 50, section 1. In section 1, okay, we have to use clean or clear in the correct option. However, what's the difference between clean and clear? Probably if you look up in a English-Spanish dictionary, you're going to find that they have exactly the same meaning. But that's not the case in English. Let me show you the difference. So we use clean as an adjective, means free from dirt, marks, or stained. For example, the room was completely clean, spotless clean, sorry. 2, morally uncontaminated, pure or innocent, clean living. Also, clean means free from irregularities, having a smooth edge or surface, a clean fracture of the leg. Clear as an adjective means easy to perceive, understand, or interpret. So the voice on the telephone was clear and strong. 2, free of anything that marks or darkens something. The clear glass of the French window the day was fine and clear. Now, also clear means free of any obstruction or unwanted objects. Now, these are the difference. However, in the book, and more than in everyday speaking, and this has to do with collocation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the listening, and you have to decide. We're going to decide what are they saying, clean or clear. Let's start.
Clean sheets.
So clean sheet, we use clean with sheets. Let's say fuel, clean or clear?
Clean fuel.
We use clean. Listen number 3, clean or clear picture?
Clear picture.
Yes, they use clear picture. Now, clean voice or clear voice?
Clear voice.
Yes, clear voice. Now, keep something clean or keep something clear?
Keep something clean.
Yes. Now, 6, send a clean or clear message?
Send a clear message.
Yes, send a clear message. Crystal clean water or crystal clear water?
Crystal clear waters.
Yes, clear waters. Number 8, clean and tidy or clear and tidy?
Clean and tidy.
Yes. Now, make yourself clean or clear?
Make yourself clear.
Yes, make yourself clear. And finally, 10.
Clear sky.
Clear sky. Let me remind you that all of these are collocations, okay? So they don't follow a grammatical rule. Okay, check your answers so we can continue. Okay, time to go on. Now we're going to use filling using work, job, duty, task. Okay, before we start filling in the gap, let's check the difference. Work means the job that a person is paid for. Okay, so when you have a work, it means they're going to pay you for money for that activity. Job, a regular paid work that you do for an employer, sorry. Okay, and there is a difference. Work is an uncountable noun. Job is a countable noun. Over there is a big difference. Okay, because you can say I have 2 jobs, but you cannot say I have 2 works. Okay, that's the main difference. Duty is an obligation. For example, it's a manager's duty to supervise the employees. Task, an assigned job, and it means that somebody assigned to you a task. Una tarea, task means tarea, okay? So let's start. Ready? I will be on the hospital this weekend. In this case, I will be on duty, okay? At the hospital this weekend. Then, number 2, dance new is in Germany. So that's new. And here I would say we can use job or even that's new work. Also, we can use work here. Now, 3, how much do you have to do? Now, before you say, okay, it's work, obviously, why is work? Because how much is used to ask for something uncountable. Finally, I had the unpleasant task of telling the staff about the job losses. So please check your answer and we continue to the next part. Okay, okay, let's go to the next part. Sentence transformation. So let's see. We have number 1, David has never had a job before. This is the original sentence. We have to write a sentence using number of words. So David has had a job. So David has had a job. So what we have to express is never and before. And this is something I have been teaching you. This is the expression. This is the first time, okay? You know, and this is an expression. So why we're using this? Because David has never had a job before. In other words, this is the first time that David has had a job, okay? Number 2, Anna joined the company a year ago, okay? So let's check what we have. So we have Anna in the company for a year, the company a year or 1 year, but here we have ago. So it means the action started in the past, 1 week, 1 year ago. And the action is still happening at the present. So we have to use present perfect. So we can say Anna has not joined, has been, okay, has been in the company for a year. Number 3, working abroad can teach you a lot. And let's see again. So we can working abroad, and can teach you a lot, and can and you. What is missing is teach a lot. Okay. So we have to express teach a lot. So in other words, you can and yes. What happens when somebody teach you? You learn. So you can learn a lot working abroad. And let's continue with the next one. And we have, you can do this without my help. So you can do this. So you can do this. And without my help. On. And do you remember that in the classroom I explained this to you? So you can say on. And then you can say my, your, his, her, its. Okay, and we can continue with all the with all the possessive adjectives, and then the expression own. Okay. So you can do this on your own. Number 5, the company is close to Main Square. So the company is Main Square. So what we have to express this time is close to. Okay. So, and here in the new sentence we have, the company is not What is the opposite of close, guys? Remember that I taught you in the classroom, the opposite of close to is far from, far from. That's the opposite of close to, okay? So let me erase it, check your answer so we can continue to section 4. Let's go to the next part. Now, choose the correct phrasal verbs and prepositions. Choose the correct item. And we have number 1. How many jobs have you applied on or applied for? Now, this is a phrasal verb, and apply for means ask for a job or ask for a place. It can be in a university or in a work, okay? Now, I am not interested. Now, this is collocation, okay? So, after interested, you need to use in, working part-time. Number 3, the head surgeon will operate, and you have off or on. Collocation again, after operate, you need to use on Olivia. Now, robots will take. Now, take over. It's a phrasal verb. Take over means take control of dangerous jobs. Number 5, quick. The fire before it spread. Now, put out means extinguish, extinguir. Put off means posponer, postpone. So in this case, is put out, extingue el fuego. Okay. Number 6, his department is responsible. After responsible, you need to use for all the stuff. 7, can you give over or can you give out the new phone number to all the staff? So 7, can you give over or can you give out? Let me explain you. Give over means dedicate to something, okay, or to something or somebody, okay, and give over means dedicarse. Now, give out means to distribute. Give out means distribuir or repartir. So, can you give over or give out the new phone number to all the staff? And yes, the correct option is give out, to distribute. Sorry, to distribute the new phone number to all the staff. Number 8, I need to get out of. Get out of means to leave or to get on with, okay? My work, or I won't finish by 5 o'clock. And get on with means to make progress. Okay, get on with means to make progress. So what is the correct option? I need to get out of, I need to leave my work, or I won't finish by 5, or I need to get on with. So the correct option is get on with. I need to progress with my work, or I won't finish by 5. Okay, so please check your answers. Okay, give you some time to check your answers so we can go to the next part. Okay, let's go to the next part. It says word formation. So remember the class that I was explaining to you. What are prefixes and suffixes? Now, I'm gonna play a video before we do this part, okay? Where a teacher is going to talk to you about prefixes and suffixes. Let me play the video for you, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, so let me play the video for you. Okay, please pay attention. The teacher is going to explain you the difference between prefixes and suffixes.
Hello there, this is Mark again. How are you today? What do these words have in common? Unhappy, sadness, misunderstand, teacher, tension, impossible, harmless, submit, restful. What are prefixes and suffixes? In this lesson, I will explain to you the difference and what they are used for. Prefixes are groups of letters that are added before a word. Suffixes, instead, they are added at the end of the word. Obviously, they are very important for your vocabulary learning. They have Latin or Greek roots, and they can mean a lot of things. They are not considered words on their own right and cannot stand on their own in a sentence. And there are many of them. I've actually created a diagram to show you the different meanings. Obviously, there are some of them because there are tons of prefixes and suffixes. So let's look at the diagram now. So now let's look at the most common prefixes I prepared for you. Let's look at the first one, ab. It means away. And we have examples. These are two examples that I chose, which is abduct and abnormal. So ab means away. Anti or anti, opposed to. Antidote, antisocial. Okay, so opposed to. D, away or off. Decrease, decode, away or off. Dis, absence of, disrespect, disinterest. Ex, former, without, extract, external. Im or in, it means not, negative. Impossible, internal. Miss, bad or wrong, misunderstand, misuse. Re, again or back. Retell, rebuild. Sub, under or below. Submit, submarine. Semi, half or partially. Semi-formal, semicircle. Un, contrary to, unhappy, and unnecessary. So now let's look at the most common suffixes. Able, able to be. For example, portable, preventable. All, relating to. Natural and bacterial. Er, more, a person who does the action, action or progress. So for example, teacher, or the adjective faster. Full, full of. Respectful, useful. Ical or equal, relating to. Identical, practical. Less, without. Harmless, fearless. Ness, state or quality. Happiness, weakness. Os, full of. Conscious, humorous. Shun, state or quality. Tension, confusion. Th, state or quality. And finally, Y, made up of or characterized. Picky, brainy. Now let's recap. Prefixes are groups of letters that are added before a word. Suffixes, instead, they are added at the end of a word. They are very important for your vocabulary learning. They are not considered words in their own rights and cannot stand on their own in a sentence. I gave you many examples, and there are many, many more for you to learn. They have Latin or Greek roots. Can you add words with prefixes and suffixes under this video? I hope you can. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you enjoyed it, please share it. And I see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, after watching the video with the teacher explained very well what is a prefix and what is a suffix. Also in class, I explained to you what difference between prefixes and suffixes. So in order to make this type of exercises are called word formation, you have to decide what do I need? A noun, an adjective, an adverb, maybe a verb, okay? So let's start. Number one, and we have manage. And manage is the verb. But here we have manage, okay, has asked me to remind everyone. So we need the subject, we need a noun. What is the subject for manage? The manager has asked me to remind everyone that is essential to be now. And you have friend. Friend is a noun, okay? Now, what do we need here? How, and let's see if the word, let's discover the word that we need. How do you need to be? And you need to be friend, you need an adverb to answer that word. So, friendly, you need the adverb. Friendly to all customers. We are, and we have profession. Profession is the noun, okay? So what we need here is also a noun, okay? But it says we are profession in the service industry. So we need a noun. In this case, we are, and in a noun that is in plural because we have are, the verb to be in plural. So we are professionals. When somebody is professional, it means he's very good at his job. In the service industry, so it is our, and we have responsible. Responsible is the adjective. And we have it is our responsible to be polite at all times. Now here, what do we need? It is our, and then look very careful. We need the noun. It is our responsibility to be polite at all times. Remember, the customer is always right. So be cheer. Cheer is a noun and it means to make someone or to be happy, to make someone happy. Okay? So, but in this case, after the verb to be, sometimes we need the adjective. And let's see. The adjective of cheer is cheerful. Yes, to be cheerful, to be happy all the time. And greet everyone with a big smile. This day it is to, and we have risk. Risk is a noun to for us to be anything but the best restaurant in town. So this day it is, yes, we need an adjective. It is too risky for us to be anything but the best restaurant in town. Okay, so please check your answers, and we're going to the next part. Okay, let's go to the next part. Last part, it says grammar in focus. Okay, so you are going to complete the gaps with the correct words that put the verb in brackets in the correct form. Okay, so let's start with this exercise. Now let's see. It says, choose a job you love and you never have to work a day in your life. Now here we're making a predictions. To make a simple prediction, we need to use will. So in simple future, you will never have to work a day in your life. Good. Now number 2, write the Chinese philosopher Confucius over 2,000 years. So here the answer is very clear, is extremely clearly. And the Chinese philosopher Confucius over 2,000 years. So this action since in the past. So wrote the Chinese philosopher Confucius over 2,000 years. Then 2,000 years. And remember the word ago. Yes, we studied in previous lessons the meaning of the word ago. Let me show you how to use the word ago. Okay, just give me one sec. Sorry about that. Give me one sec. Cannot find it. It's right here. So ago, we choose. Okay, ago is normally used with a past tense because it refers to a finished time. And yes, in this part refers that this action, wrote, is actually finished, starting in the past and finishing in the past. Then wise words, but not be always that easy to get your dream job. So, but it always, and you have another frequency that represents a routine. In this case, when you have a routine, here always represent a routine that always happen, we use present simple. So we need to use the verb to be in present simple in negative. So, but it isn't or it is not. It is not always that easy to get your dream job. And then you have today's job market. Here we need a preposition, okay, in today's job market. Trust, I know. Since I graduated, So trust who? Trust is a verb, and this is an imperative sentence. So trust, and we need an object pronoun. So after a verb, sometimes we need an object pronoun. So trust who? Trust me. I know since I graduated, I sent out over 50 job applications. So in this case, we need, you can see that the sentence starts with since. That's the first clue. So we usually use since with present perfect or present perfect progressive. And then it says, since I graduated, so the action started in the past, when I graduated. Then continue to the present. So we need to use present perfect. Since I graduated, I have sent out over 50 job applications. Number 8, positions in the fashion industry. And here we need a preposition for position in the job in the fashion industry. Last month. So last month, this is in past. They're telling you, use the past. Okay, it can be past simple or past progressive. So let's read. Last month, I go to 10 interviews. So we need to use simple past. So even though they were 10 interviews, so they were actions that started and finished in the past. We don't have a duration. They didn't have a duration in time. We don't know how long the interview lasted. So, we are not interested. I got through to a second interview twice and a short list once. But the end, and this is something common. You need to use in when you have the expression in the end. I had no luck. Can anyone give me, and you have advice about how? So can you give me algún advice, algún consejo about how? And here, after how, you need to use the infinitive. How to get, okay? It's right here, okay? You need, after how, you use the infinitive, how to get, how to study, how to drive, okay? So please check your answers. I'll give you some time before we finish this video. Okay, I think that's enough. Thank you for watching. See you next time.